In this video, we will learn about output in MATLAB. Mainly, we will learn about fprintf command to do output for variables and text. And we also will learn about another command. It's called the disp or display. So let's learn about the fprintf. So that's very important, and it's used very often in MATLAB. So we could use it in two different ways. We could just use it to display a line of text. So whatever the line of text is, we just put it between quotation, single quotation. And this is that \n just to put it in a separate line. What makes fprintf powerful is that we could mix text with variables in the output, and to do that we put the text again in quotation, then comma, then we do the variables. We could have multiple variables, and each of the variable value will be followed with the percent. So in this case we have one variable, so we have 1%. If you have two variables, you will have 2%, like this one and that one, and they will go in the same. Like the variable one will replace whatever we have in the first location, and the second variable will come here. So we will give more examples to make that more clear. So let's see what's that. If we have numbers, what should we put behind the percent? So that's called the conversion specifier. And if it is a number, you know, this is what's important to us, is how much precision do we need to have. So like 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places. And that's also important. This is to show you what kind of what type of data do you have. Like if it is f means a fixed point, so that's if you have decimal place. But we could also have other variables like a d for integers or no decimal place. We have s for string if you only have text, and we have, if you need scientific, if you need to type something in scientific notation, we have the e. So that's you need to remember them. So f if you have a decimal place, d if you only need integers, s if you have a text, and e if you need the number to be in scientific notation. And that's the width of the field width. So again, this is also optional, and we will give some examples. Like if you look at this one, so this is the x pi times, remember the order of precedence. So the parentheses will be the first thing will be done, then the power, and then the last thing will be the multiplication. So 1/2, this will be whatever inside the parentheses will be done first. So this is half, then squared times pi. So that's the answer you'll get there. And the way we write it, again, you just write the text in quotation. Don't forget the quotation. And the end, you could put it at the beginning, the \n, to put it in a new line, or you can put in at the end of the quotation. And then wherever you want the x, the variable to be replaced, that's what you need to do it. So this is, we need that to be float, or I mean fixed point, so with decimal places, and we need 2 decimal places to the right. So this is 2, which is the 779. We could change that and see what other values we can get from it. So let's look at some examples in MATLAB. So let's just use the same example. So x equal pi. Again, pi is a constant. And to do the power, you just put shift with the key 6. So that's how you do that, the current. So to make it square or cube or whatever. So this is merely what we get for the value of x. So display x will show you the x. And again, x still, we can use the fprintf. So fprintf, I could use text. I start with the quotation, a single quotation. So the of x is, and I need that to be, I could just use a question mark, and then I could put, again, this is optional, the length, whatever you decide how many fields. And if I just change that to the precision to 2, and we need that to be fixed, close the quotation mark, and you need to put the x or the variable after it. And you can see it showed you only showed 2, but let's yeah, there's a trick here. If you need to fix something, just click in the top arrow, so that will bring you the last thing you did. So if I click in the last arrow, and then I can fix. So we needed to go to a new line, so you just put backslash, and you can see after it's done, it will go to a new line. So the value of x is 0.79. So let's see now if we just change this again. So just again, you can do this by the top arrow, so you don't have to retype it again. And if I change this to and I click enter, so you can see now it should show me the answer in 3 decimal places. So it's now, if you do it with only 1, so let's see how that happens. So if I just change this, so you can see it's one decimal. We could do other things. If we put, let's say if I want this to be a total of 5 fields, how does it look? So you can see it left a space there, so there are 1, 2, and there are 3 spaces there. If you want them to be zeros, I could do this another. If you could put 0, 5, so that it will put all the remaining fields with. So you can see it show you the answer as 0.000. Let's clear the screen. How about 3, and if I want this, so you can see how it will look like. So you can just, that's important. How about now if we change this instead of F to D? So you can see it showed it as actually scientific notation, because it's not a number there. So that's the E. Or you could use a scientific. We could do, I mean, as a E, capital or small. Let's just do this as a 4. And how about we make this? So you can see it's written in the scientific notation with E capital, and there are a total of 6 fields: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are 4 to the right of the decimal point. How about we change this to small a? And you can see that's with the let's see multiple variables. Let's make an example. Let's say if CLC, if we have A equal 5, B equal 3, and A plus B. So now we have the 3 variables already created. So I could say fprint, open single quotation, the sum of, let's say I want the first variable, just call it D, and the second variable, again, this is a number, or let me just put here the third variable, and I want this to be as 5.2, and let's make, and then don't forget to put the backslash n, so that we have a new, close the parentheses, then you put the variables in the same order. So I want A first, then B, then some main, and I close that. So you see the sum of A, which is 5, and B, and because I put B as F without specifying, you can see how it showed it to me as a fixed point is 8, but again, I want that with 5 total fields of 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is another one here, but I didn't put 0 there, so it does not, the 0 will not show. So I can, let's see now if we fix that, make changes to it. So let's make this a total of 2 with only one decimal places. And if we make this, we put zeros there and see how that will change the format. So you can see the sum now of 5 and 3 as with 1, because there's 1 precisions there, and then we have that the summation. Now, because we put the 0, it will show the 0 after it.